Um, I am currently 5 minutes into this video of the 12 minutes, and it's like, well, why would you start doing a commentary of it 5 minutes of the way through? Well, I just wanted to get my live reactions to this. So the video we're watching, you can see it up in the corner. It's kind of like a little covered over. It's the Undercover Late-Term Abortion Clinics Exposed. Let me say right now, as of right now, my personal stance on abortion is... It was. Like, not just before this video, let me clarify. Not just this video has changed my mind. Other things have changed my mind too. My statement always was, it's not my choice. It's a woman's choice. Alright. But the thing is like, there is a point where you... God, I know I would be filled with so much hate for this, but, like, there is a point where that's another human life, you know? It's just kind of, like, really hard to draw the line. Because, like, once there's a heartbeat, it's kind of, like, hard to call it then. Even at that point, it's, like, 6 weeks along, Brain, I don't think the brain's fully developed yet, It's, like... But, like, a 7 or 8 month long pregnancy, you had your time to get your abortion. You're going through with this pregnancy now. That is kind of how I think of it. Abortions before heartbeat, 110%. None of my fucking business. That's her choice. Once there's a heartbeat, though, it's a human fucking being. I'm sorry, but it fucking is. And if that human being inside of you, inside of your stomach, is not causing your life to be at harm, then you had sex and you signed the contract. The Mother Nature contract that you're going to have a fucking kid, and that's just how it works. So, we're going to finish this video now that I've done my own little intro. Alright, let's go.
It's not like I haven't tried to take... The one time, I was 10 weeks. Couldn't take the pill. They couldn't get me in for a surgical thing. And trying to find the time to get back up to it. So that was number one. Number two, I went at 18 weeks. It was right before Thanksgiving. And that doctor didn't feel comfortable doing it because of that scar tissue. And so I told that guy to look at that in there, and he's like, yeah, it's really thick on one side, it's really thin on the other. And he's like, but then they were like, well, there's a hospital nearby. I just don't know. Like, that's what I'm just like. I mean, because the uterus, that's a muscle, and it's a very, like, delicate, like, I mean, you can perforate it or whatever.
Okay, so, I mean, I understand there can be problems, but, like, you're developing a human life inside of you. The time should be made, even if you have to call off sick from work. Like, you have to fucking do something. If you aren't doing anything about it, you're literally creating a little human inside of you. And I'm not trying to make your guilt worse, but woman, you gotta fucking do this. Don't let it develop it. Like, that's just fucked up. That is so fucked up. Well, I was trying to find the time. Find the fucking time. Holy shit.
That's scary. What if something happens to me? Should I do it? Should I not? My husband the whole time was like, you're gonna regret this. Like, you don't need to do this. Like, well, it'll be fine. But I'm like, you're not the one that has to be at home raising it. I do. Just been between my husband and I, like, and he's just kind of like, well, do whatever you want. But it hasn't been real, like, super, and it's like, I don't really have any good friends that I could, like, we live in a small town. So it's like, ugh. And see, he made me go get, like, a sono at, like, 24 weeks, because he was like, you need to, like, see if everything's okay, because if you're going to have to keep, you need to make sure kid's okay, everything was fine. Oh my God, is he not going to love me anymore? Like, if I do this.
Yeah.
Because he's told me, Kayla, you can't just get pregnant and then do that. Like, this is not, it's not right. You can't get pregnant and then just turn, like, he's like, I thought you wanted one more kid. And I was like, I kind of did. But then when I thought about it, it almost took me getting pregnant to be like, oh my God, I can't do this. Like, my life was made. 2 kids was perfect.
Holy holy fuck. This has turned into, it was supposed to be like an undercover thing about the abortion clinic, but it's turned into this woman. It's like about this woman. And like, fuck, life is hard. And we all fuck up and do stupid shit. Trust me. Every one of us, me and you, both of us watching this video, we fucked up and done stupid shit in our life. And it's not my room to judge, but my God, the story is gruesome. It is fucking gruesome.
I explained that to you, the two boys, like, something happened to your mom. Like, she had another baby in her tummy and she was trying to, I mean, how would you, I mean, he's like, how would I explain that to your mom and dad? Or my parents?
We would have you stay closer if we started the steps, like actually in Boulder within a mile or so.
Okay. Like at a hotel then?
Yeah, there's one that's just up the road that our patients stay at when they're here.
Okay.
Just because they'll be dilating your cervix and causing some changes.
Okay.
And then if something came up, we would want you to have to try to get, you know, from Denver up to us. We could see you in like 4 minutes instead of 40.
Where are you staying?
At the university.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a hole too. It's not awful, but it's like kind of sketch. But that's where they recommended me to stay. It's not very far from here. So I feel like I'm very selfish, like doing this. Like, that's why I'm having such a hard time with it. I was raised Catholic my whole life. Like it's like I'm going against everything that I was ever brought up to be. You know what I mean?
Let me say too, like, to be fair, this woman is struggling so hard, and you can tell because she does not let the other woman talk. She is venting everything she has because there's no one else she has to talk to other than her husband, clearly, because she's telling a random person in the lobby who she thinks is going through the same situation her life story about this whole thing. And I feel bad for her. You know, like, you have your own life, and it's not like your life doesn't matter. It's not like her life matters a fuck ton. But, you know, it's like when I have sex, you know, every time I look at a woman that I might have sex with, you know, it's like, can I see this woman having, like, raising my kid? You know, like, you gotta, like, I don't know why you wouldn't think like that, because, you know, anything can happen. You know, like, there's a chance of that if you have sex with somebody. It's just that simple. So the fact that it's just so long in that it's not just about her anymore. Like, that is a baby that she could be holding right now. And, like, by the time this was, like, and the sad thing is like, the time span from when she would be giving birth, like, you don't understand. Like, when they're recording this video, this is, like, 8 months. She could be, like, a couple weeks from having this baby. Right now, she could be having this fucking baby, dude, if she didn't go through with this abortion. Like, damn it. Damn it. But yeah, I mean, summing that up, I mean, like, her life is important, so important, but there's nothing wrong with the baby. You were trying to have another kid. Like, it's not just about you anymore. And yes, it is kind of selfish.
I'm doing this basically for my kids, like, you know?
Do you feel like you're gonna do it? Yeah.
I mean, I came all this way, and it's like, we already have 2 other children.
Yeah.
And I was like, I can't do this again.
It's hard, right?
Like, I cannot start all over again.
When are they supposed to put the injection today?
Yeah.
Oh, Lord Jesus, please stop having this abortion. Please save her baby. Oh, Lord Jesus.
We all still pray here that patient X didn't go through with it, but like the thousands of women and doctors previously mentioned, she probably did. See, the national dialogue usually centers around medically necessary abortions.
People who are seeking an abortion that late in their pregnancy are women who either are at severe health risk because of going through with the pregnancy, or because their fetus is facing severe abnormalities. It may be incompatible with life. It may be unviable to live outside the womb.
But those are rare. Or we often hear about the cases of rape and incest, but they never ask about those anyway. Even more often, we hear about how late-term abortions only account for a small percentage of those performed.
Only 1.3% of abortions happen during or after 21 weeks of pregnancy.
And there's not like
third trimester abortions. Like, that's not a thing.
Take into account that nearly 1 million abortions are performed in the United States on any given year. That's more than all homicides or suicides, drug overdoses, alcohol-related deaths, and car accidents combined, if you multiplied them all by 4. That's 10 to 12,000 viable, fully developed baby boys, baby girls, baby roses. Now, I get that many of these women are lied to. A lot of them don't rightly know what's actually happening in that medical room. But what about the doctor? How does a doctor perform abortion after abortion after abortion at 20 weeks, 25 weeks, 29 weeks, a full 8 months, day after day? When he ends these lives, he sees their faces. He sees their fingers, their toes, their eyes. This isn't a statistic on a worksheet, but a real, autonomous human being. What kind of a doctor harms that? Well, in this case, Dr. Warren Hearn. He started his abortion clinic in 1973, right after the passing of Roe v. Wade, and has been proudly serving abortions ever since. Even boldly trumpeting his willingness to perform abortions at 34 weeks. That's 8.5 months. Now, this is all far beyond the scope of what most Americans think they're advocating when they claim to be pro-choice. So how does a doctor who took the Hippocratic Oath justify this? Well, it's pretty easy if you're a neo-environmentalist like Dr. Hearn, who sees human beings as actual cancer. Now, this is all far beyond the scope of what most Americans think they're advocating when they claim to be pro-choice. Because who in their right mind, in today's American mainstream, left or right, would support this kind of pure, unadulterated barbarism? For the answer to that, you just have to ask any of the prominent figureheads of today's DNC. Potentially, your next president.
Oh, good. I'm glad we played that for so long. So I mean, let's just start at the beginning here. Birth control. There's nothing wrong with birth control. Not everyone has to be having kids. Not everyone should be punished for chasing a natural human desire. Such as, like, you know, food. Like, everyone needs to eat. Everyone needs to sleep. Everyone needs shelter. You don't need sex, but we all fucking crave it really bad. That's just how it works. I'm sorry. That's just, you know, it's the way of the world. Every single person, man, female, X, whatever, all of us want it. Okay, so birth control, nothing wrong with that. Male or female birth control, both people should have it. If women can take pills, men should take pills. It's just kind of how it is. I mean, I would be down to take birth control stuff, you know. I mean, condom shouldn't be the only thing a guy has for birth control. So that's another subject, but anyways. So let's say a woman gets pregnant. Plan B pills, nothing wrong with that. Absolutely nothing wrong with that. It's just a cell. I'm sorry, it's what it is. It's a cell. Okay, so you get here, let me Google it real quick. Development stages of a fetus. Cleveland Clinic. Perfect. I will look at Cleveland Clinic here. This is perfect right here. Cleveland Clinic is perfect because I live in Ohio. So Cleveland Clinic is a very, you know, nearby hospital to me that I trust. You know, secured website, myclevelandclinic.org. Alright, so anyways, as a fertilized egg grows, watertight sac forms around it, gradually filling with fluid. This is called the amniotic sac. A primitive face will take form with large dark circles for eyes. The mouth, lower jaw, and throat are developing. Month 2, facial features in month 2, which would be 8 weeks. 6 weeks, the baby's heartbeat. So let's say you get pregnant. You find out a week or 2 in. I don't know when a pregnancy test shows, but let's just say 2 or 3 weeks. All right, so you find out you're pregnant 2 or 3 weeks in. I'm not sure of all the birth control or abortion type things you can do until then, but you have found out within a month before its heart has even started beating. So you should be doing something about that. After the 8th week, your baby is called a fetus instead of an embryo. Okay. And I watched this one video about abortion where this guy talked about how when you get into abortion, like 3 months in, like this, when you are pulling the baby out, you're literally pulling out skull fragments and shit, arms and legs after the baby is killed. This is where it starts to get really fucked up, okay? At the end of the 3rd month, your baby is about 4 inches long and weighs about 1 ounce. See, now we're getting into 12 weeks. Like, oh god, okay. Month 4, 16 weeks, you can hear the baby's heartbeat. Month 5, there's hair on the baby's head. Your baby is about 10 inches long. Ugh, I'm sorry, I'm just reading through this. If born prematurely, your baby may survive. Month 6. Oh, okay. Anyways, 4 times 6 is 24 weeks. I don't know why I was struggling with that so much. So 24 weeks. After the 23rd week, your baby can survive outside the womb. All right. So cutoff point, in my opinion, eighth week. Yeah. No. Okay, think about it. You have sex. If you have unprotected sex, or even if you're fully protected and you're having sex often, you probably should be getting a pregnancy test. I know that they're not cheap and they cost money, but if you're going to be having sex, it's not a need, but it is something you can do, then you must be able to afford it. So yes, you should, by 8 weeks, you should be able to tell if you need or if you're going to have that baby or not. After 8 weeks, the only abortions that should be done are if the mother's life is in danger. Honestly, because the mother is a fully developed human being who has created a life for herself already. And, every day, as human beings, we choose convenience over another person's life. Even if it's something like, like this is an example I thought of, and I don't know how good this is, but it's a pretty extreme example, but just cars, okay? If we rode horse and buggy everywhere still and we didn't have cars, thousands of people, I think he said 40,000 in his video, would not die from car crashes. Okay. But if we didn't have vehicles, millions would die yearly from an ambulance ride. Okay. So, follow me. They would not have an ambulance ride. They would not have a way to get to the hospital. A lot of people would die. And we would not have transport methods for getting medicines and stuff to people. From like even from hospital to manufacturing plant, like these pills and surgical equipment, all these things would take so long to get to places. All right, you're following me still. So basically we're choosing to keep millions of people alive and have the convenience of getting places faster. And we know we're sacrificing 40,000 people every year. I mean, I don't know how good that is, but one way or another, people are going to die. So we keep that number as low as we can. So when you are aborting a baby that is putting the mother's life at risk, you're trying to keep that number down of the people dying. Why should the mother die if she's giving birth to an already dead baby? There's just you gotta break this down, and just depending on a lot of the situations, it just depends. Yeah, my personal opinion, I would definitely say after 8 weeks, the baby has to be a danger to the mother. And that's it. You have up until 8 weeks to have an abortion. That's 2 months. Oh, perfect. This video is uploaded on February 19th, 2019. It hasn't even been 2 months since Christmas yet. Christmas was a minute ago. I'm just saying. Thanks for listening to me talk. I'm pretty sure everything recorded just fine, but this is something that it's not my specialty, which is why I wanted to look some things up. But it is something that I feel strongly about because it's life. And every day you make a decision in your life. Every decision counts. And at 8 months you have a living baby inside of you. And you can't abort that because it's an inconvenience to you. It's fucked up. It's just kind of how it is. Sorry. Anyways, peace.